Hi, boys and girls. We're going to do a math lesson today, and we're going to finish up that packet for number 6. We've been working on 6 this week. So take a peek at the board. I set it all up. We already talked about this, but we can go over it. Down and around with a big fat tummy. Number 6, you are so funny. This is how you spell 6. S-I-X. I see 6 party hats. I see 6 tally marks. I see 6 cubes. And I see 6 in a 10 frame. So what I want to do, oops, I almost tipped over, huh? Is when we did our number talks the other day, when the numbers get bigger, it starts taking longer. So I may end up kind of separating and doing 2 little number talks. But I set this up, I think this will be easier to understand. We have blue and red counters, right? Okay. So if we're going to make the number 6, I'm going to start with I think I'm going to start with all blue, and we're going to count. You guys count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. When the top row is full, you know there are how many? 5, because we've worked on 5, right? Just like putting your whole hand up. There's 5 when we fill up the top row, and then we're going to go down to the bottom and put it on the left. Now, if you put it here, that's still 6. If you put it here, that's still 6. But I really want you to put it here. Here, I'll show you another way. We could put 3 on the top and the 3 on the bottom. That's still 6, right? There's different ways to make it, but we like you guys to go left to right and fill up the whole top row before you go down to the bottom row. And left to right. It's just good parents to get them to do that because that's the way we read. Left to right, left to right. This is the way we write. Okay, so right now, I wrote down red first. So I made 6, but how many reds did I use? 0, right? We didn't use any reds. So I'm going to put the 0 here. Plus, how many blues did we use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's one way to make 6, isn't it? 0 plus 6 equals 6. Now we're not, I know it looks like addition, and we are, but we're not really doing addition. We're just doing ways to make 6 using our counters, okay? All right, now what if I take this one off? Oops. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, now how many reds did I use? I've got 1 red this time. Okay, let's add the blues. How many blues did we use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm kind of doing it opposite the way I usually do. Okay, is it still 6? Yes, we just use different colors. It's still 6. 5 on the top and 1 on the bottom is 6. What if I take another blue one away and replace it with a red one? Now how many red ones do we have? 1 here and 1 here. 2. 2 reds. And that plus sign just means and, right? And 1, 2, 3, 4 blues. 2 red and 4 blues. Is it still 6, boys and girls? Oh, we can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 red and 4 blues. I'm going to take another blue one away and replace it with another red. Now how many do we have? How many reds? 1, 2, 3 reds. Plus how many blues? 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 3. Now all these, I forgot to write 6 here. All of these you can make on your fingers, right? I'll tell you what, let's keep going and then I'll show you how we can do that on our fingers. So I'm going to take this off and replace it with another red. How many reds do we have? Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 reds. 4 reds plus how many blues? 2. Is it still 6? Yes, I haven't put any more. If I filled up these boxes, then it would be more, but it's still 6. We're just making it different ways. Let me write 6 down and around with a big fat tummy. Number 6, you are so funny. I'm going to take this one away and replace it with another red. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reds plus how many blues? Only 1. Is it still 6? Yes. And let me take the last blue one off and replace it with a red. Now they're all red. How many reds are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reds. How many blues are there? 0. So boys and girls, look at how many ways you can make 6. That's a lot of ways, isn't it? Now, did you notice I did it the opposite way for a reason? I wanted you to show you. We started with 0. We started with nothing. And then each time we just added one more red. So that's why these numbers go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, on the blues, we started with all blues, 6. And then we kept taking away a blue. That's why these numbers go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Sounds like you're saying blast off, right? Okay, but what do you notice about this? The answer, the total, stays the same because we were just trying to make 6. We weren't trying to make 5. We weren't trying to make 7, 8, 9, 10. We're just making 6 because that's our number this week, right? All right, so there's all the ways to make 6. Now, when you guys do it today, when we do it in our math packet, you're going to be using your counters. So I will take these over to the table with me, your red and yellow counters. I also want to show you how you can use your hands to do that, okay? So maybe I can have that where it's still in, you can still see it a little bit. Okay, if we were going to go 0, 0 plus 6, okay, is 6. Or we could say 6 plus 0. We could say 1 over here and 5 over here. Is that 6? Or we could switch our hands around. We could say 5 here and 1 here. Okay, we could do 2 on this hand and 4 on this hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or we could do the opposite, right? 4 here and 2 here. That's still 6. Or we could go 3 plus 3. So there's so many different ways to make 6. Okay, we're going to walk over to my desk. Let me turn this around. I have to move the light a little bit, so just give me a second. Okay, while I'm doing this, maybe you guys, maybe you guys can get out your, uh-oh, sorry about that. My light came down. Maybe you guys can get out your yellow folder, okay? Go look for your yellow folder. It won't take me long to fix this light. It always looks better when there's a little light behind there. Okay. And I'm going to move this down. So we have worked in that number 6 packet all week, and we're going to finish it today. And we will move on to 7 next week, but I also want to do something else. We're going to do a little more Go Math. I better put on my glasses, huh? All right, so yellow folder, open it up, get the 6 packet that we've been working on all week, and I'm going to turn the pages. So if you haven't done the lessons all week, we have done the eggs. We did the rainbow tracing with, it was supposed to be 3 colors. Not everyone did that. Okay, we did this little just fun counting page. This one. Okay, and we did this yesterday, the goldfish page. So we're on this one right here. Okay. All right, and these pages were not quite in the right order, but I didn't want to bother switching them because that kind of confuses people. This one I think you're going to know how to do. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I'm going to trace the 6s with my pencil. Please use pencil. I see that in the lessons, and I see people using marker and other things. Please use pencil. Okay, so down and around with a big fat tummy. You're actually making your 6s by yourself now, right? Okay, so we start on the top, curve around, and then come back up to the middle. Okay, I'm going to do another good one. I'm going to put 1 finger space in between so they're not squashed. Here's another good one. I like that one. And then I'm going to make 1 bad one, and I'm going to say, please don't make them like this. Please don't make your 6s like that and put a little loop in there. It's supposed to go down and come back up to the middle, okay? I'm going to fix it. That's why I used a pencil, so that I can use an eraser. Now, when we gave you things, I really wanted to give you a nice pink eraser, and we didn't get a chance to do that. I don't think they had arrived yet, but next time if we pass out materials, I'm going to give you a nice good eraser, okay? All right, and then down here, S-I-X spells 6. S, let's sound it out. S. I says I, and X says X. S, X. I'm going to put a space down before I write that. S, X. Those are all lowercase. Now I'm going to put another space and write it again. S, X. And then I'm going to write it one more time. Now I know before, I probably only told you to write it 1 time, but that is because those words were longer. Now 6 only has 3 letters, and it's all pretty easy. Okay, it says to color 6 hippopotamus. Boys and girls, you know, I don't have my, well, I better go get those crayons. Just take 1 second to get the crayons. I put them over here. Here they are. I've got them. A hippopotamus, what color are hippos? I think they're gray. The crayons that I gave you, there is a gray. So I'm going to outline them. I like to outline, and I'll do that with dark, and then I'll color them in. I might put a little pink in the ears. Okay, so tell you what, I'm gonna color those later to save time. But I'm gonna mark them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, make sure you count them because there's more than 6 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're not gonna color the one at the end. If you want to, you can X it out just to remind yourself that you're not gonna do it. Okay, fill in the 10 frames, okay? Let's see. Yeah, let's do your 6 counters. I'm gonna get 6 counters in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna shake them. I'll lay them down. I like to put my red first. These are a little big. They don't really fit as well. Okay, they don't, but that's okay. Here, I think we're gonna have to go like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I ended up with 1, 2, 3 red. I'm gonna draw them on there. 1, 2, 3 red plus 3 yellow. So I drew them on there, and then I'll show you that in just a second. So I'm gonna get my red and my yellow, because then I know how yours came out. If you use the red and the yellow crayon, then I know how when you shook yours. So I had 3 red and 3 yellow. Now yours might not come out the same way, right? You might have 4 and 2, or 5 and 1, or 6 and 0. There's lots of different ways to make 6. Okay, on the bottom, we're gonna just circle our 6s, okay? That's easy. I'm not gonna do that because I think you know how to do it. Don't get tricked. There's a 6 right here, but it has a 1 in front. That's actually 16, and this is 16. So I'm gonna X those out, and the rest of them are 6s, okay? All right, I'm gonna flip to the next page. Now remember, I always say this is the hardest page. That's why it's at the end. It's hard, but it's not too hard for you guys, is it? Okay, again, we're gonna make some more 6s, so we're gonna trace, use pencil, please. Also, name at the top, name at the top. Always, always, always write your name at the top. I'm just gonna write Mrs. J. Okay, I think I only have room to make, let's see, 1, I put my finger space, 2, and 3. So I traced 1, 2, 3, 4, and I wrote 1, 2, 3 all by myself. Now, I want you to wait with this until after we do our number line. We haven't done this for a few weeks, have we? So we're gonna start at 0 at the bottom, now that we know all about 0, right? 0 is the first number that comes before 1. And then we're gonna write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't have to write 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember when we started all the way down here? Now we're all the way up here, okay? So again, I'm gonna put 0. I'm not gonna write very big. If you write too big, then your letters are gonna squash together. I'll show you the size, okay? I just tried to make mine about the same size as theirs. Okay, now I want you to circle 6. Now you can go back up here. Find a number that's bigger than 6. You could write 7, 8, 9, or 10. Don't write like 100 or 28 or 52. Just write one of these. What's bigger than 6? It's either 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just gonna make a 7. A number that's smaller than 6. Well, I could put any of these, right? All of these numbers are smaller because they come before on the number line. How about I'll put 3? You don't have to do that. Now, down here, it's going to draw a picture of 6 things, and you do not have to do counters for that. I'm going to do hearts. 1. If it was closer to Halloween, I might draw pumpkins. But I think I'll wait another week or 2 for that. I am going to draw hearts, and I'll color them in later. Do I have 6? Yeah, I put 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. Or maybe you'll have 4 on the top and 2 on the bottom. Okay, I think I would like you to shake these again, because then you can see that there's different ways. They probably won't come out the same way as they did before. Maybe they will, but there. So I didn't. I came out this time with 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh, I think I have too many. Here, I'm gonna get rid of that one. Okay, 4, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, red, and 1, I know what happened was 1 was in my crayon box and I took it out. Okay, so now I'm gonna color those in. So I had 4 red, I'm gonna push those over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I'll color those in later. I'm just gonna outline them for now so you guys can see. And then down here. And I'm gonna move them out of the way. And this shows what I got, 4 and 2. So this is going to become my number bond. Okay, I had 4 red plus 2 yellow equals 6. Now all I'm going to do, boys and girls, is switch it around. We could start with the 2 yellows and add the 4 red, but it still equals 6. Now, when we do this in the classroom, a lot of times we make the kids do the same one. We do it together because it gets confusing when they're all trying to do different ones. You think they understand it and then they get it all mixed up. But because you guys are at home and if you have someone to help you, you don't have to do mine. You can come up with your own. Maybe you're going to shake it and it's going to be 3 plus 3. Maybe you're going to shake it and it's going to be 5 red and 1 yellow. So you can do whatever number bond you want. Now, when you put them in here, the answer 6 goes here. Everybody will have that. Okay, 6 goes here. Now, these 2 numbers are going to be whatever you added. So if it's 3 plus 3, that's what you'd write. If it's 4 and 2, like I got, that's what you'd write. If it's 5 and 1, that's what you'd write. And the last thing you do is you're going to color 6 ladybugs. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I did, I just kind of marked them off, and I'm going to go back and color those later. Okay, and we are done. Bye-bye.